From champions to chasers, Cavaliers showed flaws versus Warriors, who are unlikely to slow down once he congratulated Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. LeBron James left the floor following Game 5 and found Kyrie Irving waiting for him. Cleveland's two stars embraced, and as they headed toward the locker room and Queen's "We Are the Champions" played inside thundering Oakland's Oracle Arena, James delivered a message to his teammate and the world. "We'll be back," he said. "We'll be back." They were fabulous and flawed defending NBA champs, their deficiencies in depth and defense exposed by a superior team in the finals. 1 year after their historic comeback, James and the Cavaliers couldn't catch the Golden State Warriors. Unable to defend their title despite the league's highest payroll, rampaging through the Eastern Conference playoffs and James' brilliance against the three-wheeling Warriors for 5 games, the Cavs are no longer the team to beat. They're still championship caliber, but a step or two behind a glittering Golden State team that went 81-18 in Durant's first season and built for the long haul. At 32, and playing as well as ever in 14 seasons, James has a possible dynasty blocking his path. "I need to sit down and figure this thing out," said James, who averaged 33.6 points, 12 rebounds and 10 assists in his 7th consecutive finals. "They're going to be around for a while. Pretty much all their guys are in their 20s. Pretty much all their big-name guys are in their 20s, and they don't show any signs of slowing down. From my eyes, they're built to last a few years." The Cavaliers aren't constructed for the same longevity. James is under contract for 1 more season, and there's no guarantee the 3-time champion and 5-time finals loser will sign a long-term deal in 2018 with Cleveland despite his deep devotion to Northeast Ohio. Last week, James said he didn't know how many years he has left. His outside business interests, which include the desire to one day own an NBA team, could push him into retirement. The more pressing concern for the team is the status of general manager David Griffin, whose contract expires on June 30. Aided by having James to build around and owner Dan Gilbert's willingness to spend, Griffin has assembled and overseen the roster that has made 3 straight finals and is positioned to stay atop the East. Griffin has been with the club since 2010, taking over as GM when Chris Grant was fired in 2014. Griffin persuaded Irving to sign a long-term deal with Cleveland before it was known that James was coming back, and Griffin pulled off the trade for Kevin Love. He acquired J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert in 2015, fired coach David Black and promoted Tyronn Lue midway through the 16th season and added Kyle Korver, Baron Williams and Andrew Bogut this year. Gilbert and Griffin are expected to meet again this week. Griffin has been linked to past openings in Orlando, Atlanta and Milwaukee, but his preference is to stay with Cleveland as he and his wife, Meredith, have immersed themselves in the community. Other priorities that need to be addressed are Cleveland's defense, an aging bench and the position of backup point guard.